Greetings, gents and gentlets. Are you ready for another adventure? Why are you so far away? Come a little bit closer. Okay, a lot closer. Too close. Too close. Okay, so I was trying to find what movie you want to talk about next, and there was a lot of ties going on, so I went to Twitter for a tiebreaker. And it seems you want to go on a journey in the middle of the hot desert of Agrabah for a journey of everything you missed in Disney's movie, Aladdin. Arabian Nights. Okay, I won't sing.
In case of emergency, the exits are here, anywhere. Keep your hands and arms inside the carpet.
Let's start off with our favorite rodent of all time, that's right, Mickey Mouse. When Jasmine runs away and she's exploring the market, if you look closely you will see a plant in the shape of a Mickey. Also, when Raja is turning back into the full-size tiger he originally was, if you pause at just the right moment, you're gonna see that he's actually wearing Mickey ears. Oh yeah, and also in the market, these apples kind of look like the Mickey.
I must have hit my head harder than I thought.
Okay, so you thought the last one was a bit of a stretch, right? I know. Okay, well get this. This one right here, Disney themselves says this is a Mickey. If that's a Mickey, my apples are a Mickey.
But no harm done.
Now another handy thing we can point out here is the Cave of Wonders. When the Cave of Wonders is trying to kill Aladdin and Abu, if you look closely near the end of the cave, you will see the fire is actually in the shape of two hands trying to crush him. Spoiler alert, we already knew the cave was going to end up in flames though. Why? Because Carpet told us. That's right, if you look closely at the detail of the carpet, you will see the Cave of Wonders on the carpet in all the corners. Also, it's surrounded by fire. And of course, the Genie lamp is in the middle. Quite a few of them actually. Not only do we have all the treasure you could possibly want in the Cave of Wonders, we also have more Easter eggs. The lamp scene was actually created from the idea of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Disney even went so far to apologize to Steven Spielberg for copying him. And then he said it's totally fine because he stole the idea from other movies.
The humble thief.
What else was from the Raiders of the Lost Ark though was the monkey. That's right, Abu was voiced by Frank Welker, who also voiced the monkey in the Raiders of the Lost Ark. He also voiced Raja the tiger, and he voiced the Cave of Wonders. This guy's covering a lot of voices.
Disturbs my slumber.
Now I gotta deal with my voices. Do you hear voices? Carpet here was also only partially hand-drawn. They drew out the frame of them and the little tassels. However, the pattern inside the carpet was made by a computer. Why? Because it would take too long, frame by frame, to paint in all the awesome effects. When Aladdin and Abu go on their very first magic carpet ride, it may look a little bit like a roller coaster ride. In fact, it's because they filmed an actual roller coaster ride to figure out how to create the scene and how it would actually look. The odd part though is that they filmed a roller coaster at Magic Mountain. Yeah, you heard right, Magic Mountain, not Space Mountain, Magic Mountain. And no, that's not Disney. However, we do get to see Sebastian when Genie is making Aladdin into a prince. This is also the same area where I'm sure you recognize your favorite wooden puppet, Pinocchio. Right. One thing that may or may not be true, you're gonna have to decide for yourself, is I think Cinderella was hidden in the movie. Where? In Sultan's playroom. Here we can see a horse and carriage. And obviously it's not exactly like the one that was made out of a pumpkin, but I still think it's implying to Cinderella. Also, another reason why I think that is because over on the other side of the room, underneath a curtain little thing, you can see some sort of a doll in a blue dress. This seems like it's Cinderella theme, if you ask me. Obviously no one's asking me though.
Now I know I'm dreaming.
What else may be undercover though in this movie is the snowy cliff with a massive drop-off. Look familiar? Nope. I know what you're thinking, Mulan wasn't even made when Aladdin was made, right? Yes, this is true, but the same animators that made this exact scene right here made the movie Mulan. So perhaps this is where they were inspired for drawing out the battle scene in the mountains in Mulan. You know, I can't help but say this also looks like the Emperor of China's palace. I wonder if the Huns are hiding underneath that dragon down there. Another reference to a future movie is when they're singing the song A Whole New World. Don't worry, I won't sing the rest. However, this building right here is actually the temple of Zeus from Hercules. Also, we can't forget the reference to Beauty and the Beast in there. When Sultan's playing Jenga with his toys, if you look closely, you will see in the pile of toys, Beast is hiding in there. Fun little fact, Ron and John, the directors, turned down the making of Beauty and the Beast because they just got finished making Little Mermaid at the time, and they wanted to go on vacation because they were tired.
I'm hitting the road. I'm off to see the world.
But thankfully, by doing that, it opened the door for them to make Aladdin. After Aladdin gives his bread to the little orphan kids, he goes out into the street to check out the prince. If you look closely though, you will see a cameo to Ron and John right next to Aladdin. Jasmine feels bad for the little birdies that are stuck in the cage, and eventually she sets them free, of course. This though is a reflection of her own life. Notice the pattern on the door of the bird cage. They were trying to reflect how Jasmine felt trapped in her own little cage. That's why they wrapped the canopy around her bed, and they even had the door leading to her bedroom was the same pattern of the doors on the birdcage. And now it's survey time! Let's change things up a little bit today. For survey time, if you found a genie that wasn't free, what would you do with your 3 wishes? While you're thinking about what your 3 wishes are going to be, let's point out some other things about Genie that you might have missed. When Aladdin got the idea to trick Jafar into becoming a genie, he actually got the idea from Genie earlier because he saw how addicted to power he was. I'm sure you probably know that Genie was voiced by Robin Williams, and Robin even voiced the traveling salesman in the very beginning of the movie.
Combination hookah and coffee maker also makes julienne fries. Will not break. Will not. It broke.
Originally, they were going to have it revealed at the end that the merchant was actually Genie himself. However, they scrapped the idea because in earlier tests, people were leaving during the credits and they didn't stick around for the end, so they didn't know the little surprise.
Made you look.
In the original story, the Genie would grant unlimited wishes, but they changed it to 3 wishes to add suspense to the movie.
An ixnay on the wishing for more wishes.
I mean, how dramatic would it be if you could just have unlimited wishes? It'd be pretty cool, but it wouldn't be very dramatic.
That's it. 3. 1, 2, 3.
A lot of the Genie's lines were improvised, basically not planned by the directors.
No substitutions, exchanges, or refund.
They literally put him in a room with a bunch of props and stuff, and he would just randomly go on for hours with jokes and stuff, and they picked the best ones of them all and put him in the movie.
Listen. Still good.
He also impersonated a lot of famous people, like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Ever impressive.
Believe it, I'm losing to a rug.
Or Rodney Dangerfield, or Peter Lorre from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
It's not a pretty picture. I don't like doing it.
A lot of these people though were from people like in the early 40s to 60s, so I don't think anyone in this room knows anything about those people. You might be surprised to hear though, as confident as Robin Williams is in his voice impersonations, he's actually terrified of singing. But the directors figured if he could impersonate anybody, why don't he just impersonate a singer?
Well, I feel sheepish.
Genie wasn't the only one with hidden references though. When Jafar and Iago here were contemplating being beheaded, this ew expression, if you're a 90s kid or older, you probably recognize it from I Love Lucy. At the very end of the movie, the sun comes out, Jafar goes away, and Genie is finally free.
You're free.
And it looks like he's ready for a very long overdue vacation. If I had to guess where he's going, I would say he's probably going to Disney World. Why? Well, one reason is obviously because he's wearing a Goofy hat.
Do you mind if I kiss the monkey? Ooh, hairball.
Another reason though is because we know Genie is voiced by Robin Williams, and Robin Williams starred in a film for the theme park called Back to Neverland. And guess what he's wearing in the film? The same exact outfit that Genie had on.
Wait, don't go.
My next big giveaway is going to be a contest on my Instagram channel. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you probably want to go over there and do so you don't miss the contest. It's at I'm Crazy Nate, just like Twitter and Snapchat and Facebook. At I'm Crazy Nate. Go check me out on Instagram because we're going to be doing a contest soon. Let me know what movie you want to talk about next. Subscribe so you don't miss our next adventure. And remember, gents and gentlettes,
Like so many things, it is not what is outside, but what is inside that counts.
well, that's not what I was going to say. That's a good quote. Not what I was going to say, though. I was going to say, Share a smile, they are contagious.
Hey, share a smile, they're contagious. Can you imagine a day without smiling? Whew, that would be outrageous. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with Crazy Nate. Make sure to leave a thumbs up if he left you feeling great. Have fun and we'll see you next time. And don't forget to subscribe.